Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini, and welcome to Inner Dreams. Welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful to bring these messages through from Spirit that are meant for you to hear and to be inspired by and to receive the confirmation and support that you need right now. Okay? I want to take a moment to clear the energy. Okay? I'm going to use some Florida water. This is so beautiful to just clear low vibrations and make sure that all the energy that surrounds you is high vibe. Ashe. You vibrate on a frequency of truth, of protection, of gratitude and prosperity. So must it be on all dimensions. All right. Let's see what messages are coming through for you, beautiful being. Thank you, Divine. What do you have for this beautiful, beautiful being? 30. I am imaginative. You are an original. You're an innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. I feel like you've worked hard to learn ways to communicate, ways to express your feelings in a kind way. I feel like you're a very kind being. You have great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. You might want to tune into the other reading that I just did, which is for your creative endeavors, because you have a lot of creative energy that fills you and is surrounding you right now. So you have the ability to create beautiful things, but you also have the ability to share it with others in a really beautiful way and in a powerful way. You weren't meant to sit on your gifts, and I feel like that's something that you've been wanting to do, is to share things, to create and share. So tune into that reading if that's something that you've been experiencing. But you definitely are a powerful creator. You may have some significant fire energy in your chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Choices. Feeling blocked or restrained. There's something that's been holding your creative energy back. And there's something that's been holding back your... There's like an opportunity that you've been dreaming about. But there's something that you feel is standing in the way of manifesting that dream. Divine, I want to know more about these choices that this beautiful being has. And just tell me more about what's going on. Why do they feel blocked? Why do they feel restrained? You've got 9 of Cups. There's something that you've been hoping for, wanting so strongly. And the thing about it is, what you're wanting, it is your destiny. It is your destiny. I see that your solar plexus, your identity, who you are, is perfectly aligned with this thing that you want. For some of you, this is related to your art, something that you create. For some of you, this is related to your divine energy, your healing. There's a way that you share healing energy with others, and you want to have your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfilled regarding this thing that you do, this service that you offer, this gift that you have, this gift that you share with the world. And you love it. Now see, that right there is a beautiful manifestation. Just your love for something, that's really precious. The fact that you have so much passion that drives you to manifest something, that's what makes the human experience worthwhile. Is your desire to create or to connect. I see that here too, because there's Cups energy. There is connection here. I feel like this thing that you want to manifest and this gift that you share, it allows you to feel love, but it's beyond like I mean, romantic love is great, but it's beyond that. It's about your love for life and the love of the divine that you feel when you share this gift. For some of you, it's something that you experience. It's like when you do something, when you read, or when you... But if you read, you more than likely also write, because I see you creating something. It's so cool. It's so cool, the process. It's like you feel it, and then you just give it life. What has this beautiful being feeling restrained or blocked? Okay. There's an experience in your life that you've had recently that was meant to bring temperance into your world. This was meant to teach you how to achieve more balance in your life. I feel like there was a lot of juggling. I'm seeing 2 of Pentacles. There was a lot of juggling that was going on, and that led you to a place where you felt like things were just out of balance, out of sync. And this started to make you feel like your wings were clipped. Like you didn't feel free. Because balance is so important for us as both human and spiritual beings. And when you felt out of balance, when you felt like you weren't in harmony, like things weren't aligned in your world, it took away your energy. It took away your memory of the fact that, your remembrance of the fact that you can fly. You can fly above all the stuff that's clogging your thoughts and making you feel like your world is full of problems. Your world is full of blessings. And that's something that a few situations, a few beings were testing you on, was whether or not you would remember that you have access to so many blessings, because you are a blessing and your life is blessed. It is divine. This may have impacted your prosperity, your feeling of security too. I'm getting earth energy here. There's earth energy that you felt was being tested or being sacrificed. Okay, you felt like you didn't have the support that you needed, and you may have feared not having the support that you needed. This is also about alchemy. This is about transformation. And I love that that's on the original, the Rider-Waite Temperance card. It's total alchemy. It's taking those low vibes and transforming them into something divine. There's a question that you kept asking about yourself. Am I? Am I? For some of you, it may have been, am I enough? Am I beautiful enough? Am I talented enough? Am I gifted enough? Am I divine enough? Am I strong enough? Am I safe enough? You may have felt like your environment was not safe. You know, that's the root chakra. Before we start seeing visions and experiencing all this growth and divine union through our crown chakra and all of that, we have to feel safe and secure. We have to know that we're okay. It's all right. And so something very primal for you, you may have felt like it was, you may have felt fear of losing your security or losing your safety, your comfort, whatever it was that was allowing you to live from day to day. There was something that you felt you may lose. And so that right there is enough to make a human feel that we're not able to transform, able to exist. Able to survive. You may have been questioning life. This is Seven of Pentacles. And Divine is saying that your willingness to be patient and to continue to survive and to be dedicated to beginning to thrive. You didn't just want to survive, you wanted to enjoy life. That's what you feel always, that you want to enjoy life. But that lack of balance, that lack of security, that fear of whether or not you were going to be okay was getting in the way of you doing more than just surviving. Divine is saying that because of your patience with your process, because of your willingness to continue standing, continue existing, on those days where all you could do was survive, you survived. And now you're here and you're in a place where you can begin to thrive. Because all that you've gone through has let you know that you have the strength to make it. But you don't just have to make it anymore. You've learned how to make it. Now you're thriving. Now you're doing more than just existing. That is the ultimate level up. That is the ultimate level up. When you level up your energy, when you level up your expectations of life, where it's not okay just to get through the day crying 3 times. You're going to get through the day. If you cry 3 times, it's going to be from joy, you know? And I love a good cry. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes it's not from a place of joy, and that's okay. But you've been through that dark night. You've been through that dark night. And if ever you are at any point in your day and you feel the inclination to cry because of sorrow, let yourself do that. But let yourself experience it and know that that's a part of your effort to thrive, because you're experiencing that emotion, you're honoring it, and you're processing it so that you can then move on to that release. I feel so good. I let go of that. And now you're able to feel joy again. And that's when you're creating. That's when you're not feeling restrained and blocked, you know, because you deserve better than this. This was a part of the journey where those thoughts of fear, those thoughts of wondering what was going to happen and wanting to feel stable but not quite getting there, all of that you went through, that you survived, it allowed you to get that out, experience it, honor it in that moment, at that time, in that phase. And now you're able to really feel life. And I love that this is a representation of the patience you've had with your path, where you're like, yeah, this is a long journey. This is a long walk. But I'm smelling the roses now, and smelling the abundance, and smelling the joy and the peace and all of those blessings that come along with embracing all aspects of your life. The timing of it, the order of it. And understanding that now you've earned a place of temperance where you know you're secure. You're surrounded by the energy of water. That's protection and cleansing. Cleansing and protection. It's something, both of those are things that we need to do all the time. Cleansing, protection, or protecting. Cleansing, protecting, cleansing, protecting. This is a call to cleanse your energy with a spiritual bath or a shower where you're cleansing your energy and just letting yourself feel light, letting yourself release whatever it is that's been weighing you down. And then invoking protection over yourself. For some of you, you're being called to connect with Archangel Michael. He helps you conquer the demons, the low vibrating thoughts, the low vibrating beings. And he surrounds you with protection as you move forward. And as you honor your present moment. You see how she's just hanging out? I love that. She's not in a rush. She's balanced. She knows she's supported. And she's not questioning it. That's something you've earned. Please don't forget that. You've earned the right to thrive. You have earned the right to feel secure in who you are. Because that's what makes all the stuff that you went through worth it. You earned your right to feel better. You earned your right to feel good about who you are. And no matter what is in question about you, about others, it doesn't matter. You are secure in who you are. No one can shake you. No one can shake you. Divine is asking you to release something that no longer serves you. Divine, please clarify this energy of what needs to be released. Sacred boundaries and relentless craving. This is about new life. This is about letting go of behavior or an attachment that led you to disregard your own boundaries for your own joy and your own peace. There was something that you felt that you needed, something that helped you feel good in the moment. This could be a relationship, either with a person, another being, or something in life, a substance, okay? Something that took away your focus from your value. It's something that you didn't necessarily enjoy in moderation. You enjoyed it in excess. And you've already entered a path of releasing this. That's why the Death card is there. You're letting it go. And this relationship to this behavior or to this person, it questioned your ability to survive at times. It made you question your ability to survive. It made you wonder if you could get through to the next day, to the next phase. You felt like you weren't going to make it. It made you question your strength. It made you question your identity, or aspects of your identity, who you are. And that's something that you're no longer okay with doing. You don't want to question yourself anymore as far as your value, those things that never change. Your value. You've always been valuable. No matter what struggle you were facing at the time or what victory you accomplished, you were always valuable. And now you're realizing that. And so you're coming out of those dark waters that had you trying so hard to make it. And now you're like, I'm ready for more. You're ready for more. There's something that used to keep you bound, this behavior, this relationship. It used to keep you bound and it used to have control over you. But now you have control over yourself. And you've done that by being on a path of understanding yourself. So even when you were asking those questions, am I strong enough? Am I this enough? You were investigating yourself and who you are. So even those questions of self-doubt led you to a place of deeper understanding about yourself. It has all served you on your path. And that's a part of your magic, is that even the things that seem so dark and so difficult have helped you to become the beautiful being that you are. It's all been a part of the plan. There's something that you're honoring about yourself, a boundary that you didn't honor before. And this I see this with the relationship, with the behavior or the person that was holding you back. You're on a new path of commanding respect just by being. It's not even in something that you have to specifically say to a person now to set a boundary. You just radiate sacred boundaries, divine boundaries. The way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, the tone of your voice, it's all radiating divine protection. So the types of people that used to try to corner you before, they already know. That's not going down. They already know. They don't even have to ask. Is she gonna let me? Is he gonna are they gonna let me? They don't have to ask. They already know. In the way that you carry yourself, and in the way that you communicate, and in the choices that you make. And all of this is obvious about you. It's so clear. It's crystal clear to everybody because of what you were willing to go through and what you were willing to let go of. Understanding that the darkness that you went through, it helped you to know your light and to have the confidence to radiate your light and to embrace your darkness. It was all a part of the plan. Asha, beautiful being. Okay, I'm gonna close with yeah, I want to do that's the Beauty Tarot. I want to do love. I was gonna close, but I really just have this desire to pull a couple love cards, you know. Let's do that. Thank you, Divine. What's coming through for this beautiful being? For love. Social norms. Okay, there may be a way in which social norms are impacting your love connection right now. For some of you, I see that this is like feeling pressure to go to parties. I'm recording this during the holiday, so might be Christmas party expectations or invitations or New Year stuff. And Divine is saying, honor your sacred boundaries, okay? You don't have to accept invitations that you don't want to accept. You don't have to surround yourself with anyone or with any activity that you're not interested in. There's nothing to prove. Social norms, we feel like we have something to prove. We have to prove how social we are. If you're not feeling social, you don't have to do it. You don't have to go. You don't have to do it. You get to make that choice. It's up to you. Do what's best for you. Do what gives you peace. There's somebody in your world that is like otherworldly. Isn't that cool? Okay. I see positive energy with this otherworldly card, this unfamiliar. Incomparable love. Sex feels magical, unlike any experience. Any other experience. Here's the thing, this being has light and darkness. But I feel like their darkness is what's feeling or creating an attachment. You know? There's an attachment surrounding this being. And it may be playing out with something regarding social norms. There may be expectations to do certain things or to participate in certain activities that don't feel good to you or don't feel healthy to you. And this may be trying your sacred boundaries. This may be testing your sacred boundaries at this time. This could be someone that you have a connection with, but depending on the circumstances, it can develop into or devolve into an attachment. I feel like this person, there's something really beautiful about them, because that's what came through when I saw this card. It feels spiritual, like you have a spiritual connection with this being. But there's something that can play out very negatively when attachments are allowed to grow. There's an ability to have a connection with this person in one aspect or in several aspects, but when there's an attachment factor that's allowed to take form, and it gets really dark. So there's something regarding social norms here that has to be reeled in, okay? If there's an expectation to do something that does not feel good to you, and it's only to impress someone or to put a check in the box for socializing, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can honor your sacred boundaries and say, no, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not comfortable with that. This may be an expectation of your person to attend a certain event or participate in a certain activity or to connect with someone in a certain way. Maybe there's a family member that they still want to connect with that's really negative and toxic and has a really bad impact on your connection with this person. But there is an aspect of an attachment that needs to be released in order for this positive energy to flow with love. Okay? I feel like that relates to this Temperance card too, bringing balance, where there's maybe in your love, it's like it could go either way. You know, it depends on where your mindset is. It depends on what your intention is when you communicate with each other. I feel like there's a need to cleanse the energy of your love connection. Cleanse it and protect it. Remember I was saying earlier, I think, cleanse, protect, cleanse, protect. Yeah, I have a really good love binding ritual that's perfect for that. So if there are things around you, people around you who are having a negative influence on your connection with your person, you can clear that energy out and protect the connection between you and your lover. Because I see that there is something regarding other people, maybe, that brings out a negative vibe between you and your person, but it feels like it could go either way. So with peace and cleansing and protection, you're going to ensure that there are good vibes with you and your lover. Okay? All right, I'm going to close with a spirit animal card. I want to see what comes through in this deck, and I think I'm going to read it too. So we'll see what comes through for you. Beautiful being. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have? The dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. Bambi comes to mind. I love that movie. My mom took me to see that when I was 5, and I will never forget that. I love that movie, but yeah, there's a need for nurturance now. There's a need to nurture something or someone. This could be a relationship. This could be yourself, nurturing yourself. Divine says to be gentle with your expectations of yourself. Be gentle in your approach as you communicate with people. And know that you don't have to push. You don't have to, like, it's okay to assert yourself, of course, all day, every day. But you don't have to push or force anything, because your energy speaks for itself. It really does. And anybody who doesn't respect that, there's a sacred boundary that needs to be held there, you know? All right, I'm going to read this one to you. This time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. You have the ability to be calm and assertive. Follow the way of Dear Spirit, and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. I like that. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. This is a protection message. Dear Spirit is bringing you a gentle warning that now is not the time to engage in an argument, no matter how volatile others are being. Do not match their intensity with your own. If you are dealing with an overly assertive person, step back and disengage, lest you agree to something out of alignment with your intentions. Don't let anyone bully you into anything you're uncomfortable with. You have solid footing if you stand your ground with grace. Those who disagree will begin to find their own gentleness and willingness to compromise. Dear Spirit also brings the message that it might be easy to offend someone today or take offense because someone lacks diplomacy. Let all of that pass. You are not meant to take this world personally. While it's a beautiful gift to be sensitive, today you need a tougher hide so that any compromises you make allow you to maintain your integrity. All right. So, like I said, your energy speaks for itself because you radiate confidence. That's what you radiate. And there's no one that can challenge you on the value that you bring and your beautiful existence in the world. Nobody can challenge you on that. So there really is no fight to be had. Okay? All right, beautiful being, I hope you enjoyed this message. Please be sure to like this video and leave a nice comment of something that you enjoyed about it, or something that was like a cool moment, or something you liked. anything. All right, and if you would like to schedule with me, feel free to click the link in the description box, inherdreamsintuitive.com. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.